Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, this is all going way too fast. Because I got to read and look at the map. Okay, I got to start over. I'm so sorry. Because, you know why? It's because they're talking about... So sorry. We've only just begun. They're showing us places on the map, and I want to get my bearings, but then they're also listing facts. Let me just focus on the reading. South of the Grand Banks, okay, between Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. It then sank in deep water, apparently suffering a radiation problem. Unconfirmed reports indicated some of the crew were rescued. Am I crazy, or is this not going so fast? But according to repeated statements by the Soviet and American governments, nothing of what you are about to see ever happened. And then now we're in the USSR. I'm sorry, that they're setting up the scene, and okay, we're in the Grand Banks and now we're all the way over here, but also you gotta read what's happening. Like, I don't know, that was a bit, that felt rushed. We got 2 hours and 15 minutes, people, take your time. So obviously the government's claiming it never happened. I did not expect Sean Connery to be Russian. Oh, that's, okay, so everybody's Russian here. That's, what's his name?
You.
I want to say Sam. So this is from the point of view of the Russians. Can you believe that when submarines go down, they're sometimes down there for like 6 months, 8 months? John McTiernan. Hey, isn't that the Die Hard guy, maybe? But yeah, isn't that crazy to sign up for that? Like when you go down, you're down for 6 months. I find that wild. Yes, Tim Curry. What? James Earl Jones? I haven't seen him in a minute. I guess Sam Neill. That's the Jurassic Park dude. Stellan Skarsgård. Guys, this is a fun cast, and it's from 1990, so it's like younger, but also like not necessarily as famous as they are today.
Jack, you're going to miss the plane.
Okay.
I know it's 1990, but that was Alec Baldwin, right? What's his brother's name that looks the most like him? Because for a second I was like, wait, is this Alec? Is it Alan? They can't be Alec and Alan. That would be crazy. The guy from Sliver is the one that looks the most like
Can I get you anything?
Alec.
No, thank you very
No,
much.
that is Alec. Yeah.
You know, if you did try and get some sleep, the flight will go a lot faster.
I can never sleep on a plane.
I can't sleep on a plane either.
Turbulence. Solar radiation heats the Earth's crust. Warm air rises, cooler descends.
You think she doesn't know what turbulence is? Yeah, fun fact about me. I can't fall asleep unless I'm in bed. Like, I've never fallen asleep on the couch watching something. I've never fallen asleep in a car, on a plane. It's actually a not fun fact about me. It's awful.
Jack, boy, get yourself in here. You look like hell.
Thank you very much, Abner.
So how's Caroline? And Sally?
She's fine. Her life would be considerably less lonely if we were to buy her a baby brother. But she decided that it would be enough if we were to buy one for Stanley.
Who's Stanley?
Stanley's a bear.
What's important enough to get you on a plane in the middle of the night?
British intelligence obtained these pictures 2 days ago. She's the Red October. 12 meters longer than the standard Typhoon, 3 meters wider. Captain's name is Ramius. The Russians call him Vilnius Nastavnik.
What are these stores?
I don't know what they are. Neither do the British.
I have to show you something. I have to press pause. Because 1984, I want to show you. Look behind him. I have one. I have one of those from when I lived in Bosnia. It's a mortar. And they create art from it. See? It's carved. Cool, huh?
Satellite caught Red October in Polyani Inlet this morning.
Do you hear it? Caltech, we used to do this in our sleep.
Wait a minute. It's buried in surface clutter?
Yeah.
There's a roll of toilet paper there?
A biologic.
A what?
A whale, Beaumont. A whale.
I actually thought it sounded like a whale.
Stephen Jones here, he's into music in a big way. So he gets this piece of Pavarotti.
It was Paganini.
Whatever.
He's like, not whatever.
Jones here.
What do I do?
Cat and I. What do you got, Jones?
Could be a missile boat out of Polyarny.
Okay, start your track. I'll be there in a minute.
Parad great prikaz, Tashkida.
Zampalet Putin w Kajoti.
Что ты делаешь?
Иду как тац, блажен, называемое по-еврейски Armageddon, and the seventh angel poured forth his bowl into
Very cool.
a man with your responsibilities reading about the end of the world. And what's this?
That had to be cool for that actor.
It is an ancient Hindu text quoted by an American. This book belonged to my wife. I keep it for sentimental value.
I'm only doing my job. It is my responsibility.
How many agents did the KGB put aboard my boat?
Your boat, Captain.
Yes.
I suggest we open our orders, Captain.
Certainly, comrade.
From Commander, Strategic Submarine Forces Red Banner Northern Fleet. We're to proceed north and rendezvous with Alpha Submarine Kanavalov. Captain Tupolev's boat. It's rumored he has a special place in his heart for you.
There's little room in Tupolev's heart for anyone but Tupolev.
We are to run a series of drills. Tupolev will hunt us while we test our ship. This is an historic moment for all of us.
Before you proceed,
I know it is
comrade.
not protocol, Captain.
He wasted no time. Oh! So... Oh.
Dr. Petrov, report to my cabin immediately. There's been a dreadful accident.
So the other guy was KGB. So what does that... Huh. By the way, I love that language transition. I might have mentioned this in a separate video once. I always come back to it, but a movie that did it really well. The movie itself, I believe, flopped. But 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas, and they did the language transition. They did it really well in that movie. But this was super cool. Because you don't need to do more than that.
Bigger than a regular Typhoon. What are these doors?
We don't know.
This could be a caterpillar.
A what?
It's like a jet engine for the water, so it's very, very quiet.
Like how quiet?
It's doubtful our sonar'd even pick it up. And if it did, it'd sound like whales humping or some kind of seismic anomaly.
Oh.
She put to sea this morning.
Huh.
This thing could park a couple of hundred warheads off Washington and New York, and no one would know anything about it till it was all over.
Are you all right, Captain? It's just to die from something that's slipping on tea.
You're blaming yourself, Captain. It was an accident. We cannot go on without a political officer.
We do not cancel operations because of accidents. Your name?
Cook's assistant, Loganov, sir.
Good. I want you and the doctor to witness this. I'm removing the political officer's missile key, and I'm keeping it myself.
Captain, I think we should report this to Red Fleet Command.
He can't have both keys. That's the whole point. Yeah, the doctor's correct in all this.
The reason for having two missile keys is so that no one man may arm the missiles. Perhaps I should keep the key.
Thank you, that'll be all, Doctor.
And they've only just gone down. Wow.
I will try to forget your comments when I present my report.
Thank you, sir.
That said, I don't think I fully grasped the captain's intent, because he didn't want KGB on there with him, but he's fighting for Russia, so why would he want to go against the KGB?
Tommy, I missed something on the boards the last few days?
Subland hasn't said anything about it.
How many Typhoons we got in the computer?
6, sir.
Call this guy Typhoon 7, start a tape on him.
But I'm shaking my head, but I don't, maybe it's good? Like, if he's going against orders, you know what? I don't know enough to have an opinion.
Do we have any surface contacts, Mr. Borden?
No contact, sir. Scope is clear.
It is time I explain our orders to the crew. This is your captain, and I'm honored to be sailing with you. And once more, we play our dangerous game. Your fathers before you and your older brothers played this game. When the world trembled at the sound of our rockets, well, they will tremble again at the sound of our silence. Engage the silent drive.
Balance control. Open all the doors.
Yes, open all the doors. Our own fleet doesn't know our full potential. They will do everything possible to test us. We will pass through the American patrols and lay off their largest city and listen to their rock and roll. And when we are finished, the only sound they will hear is our laughter. We sail into history.
So their goal is they're going to, basically what the guy said at the submarine factory, they're going to plant missiles off the coast of the US and then they're going to sail to Cuba. Because noise travels like crazy underwater. Did you know that once upon a time, before so many humans existed and created noise pollution, whales were able to communicate with each other from pole to pole? Isn't that the craziest thing? That's one of the facts that I find, like, it's one of the wildest facts I've ever learned. That's crazy.
Water, close aboard. American, Los Angeles class.
Right there.
American, Captain,
Course 310.
Is the American turning to follow us?
The American is continuing in his original course. He's continuing northwest.
Can't see him. Yeah. See here.
Let them sing.
But they were supposed to head north. That's what the original plan was.
Steady, 4,000 yards off the bow, and then he was gone. And for a second, I thought I heard...
Heard what?
I thought I heard singing, sir.
I'm surprised it can't radiate. I mean, I guess that's what sonar is, but it wasn't bouncing off the ship even if they couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Or I guess it came and went by so quickly, like they caught it and then it was gone.
I hope we had a lovely evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I guess the submarine can't communicate with land. They can't radio, right? It's like once you're gone, you're gone?
Oh, Marco.
Yes.
Scared the shit out of me.
What the hell happened?
Come on. This is no longer a research project.
I got a line on those doors. You know what they are?
A nearly silent propulsion system. Captain of the sub we had following her radioed in.
Oh, radio. Okay.
That's only the half of it. Read.
My God, this is unbelievable. The Kieran.
Good afternoon, Admiral.
Afternoon, Matthew.
Where are we going anyway?
Briefing for Jeffrey Pelt.
Who's giving the briefing?
You are.
You are. I knew he was going to say that.
Gentlemen, the last 24 hours have seen some extraordinary. We believe called the Red October in reference to the October Revolution of 1917. Allowed Ramius to elude one of our attack boats, the Dallas, which trailed Red October from harbor this morning. It is also possible that this drive system, if operable, could render the Red October undetectable to our SOSUS warning nets in the Atlantic.
Really well for somebody who was not prepared to speak.
It is designed to approach by stealth and to shower its target with multiple independent warheads with little or no warning before impact. There were additional sailings from Polyarny and from Leningrad on the Baltic and from the Mediterranean. There are now some 58 nuclear submarines headed at high speed into the Atlantic.
Before sailing, Captain Ramius sent a letter to Admiral Yuri Padoran.
That's her uncle. Whose uncle? Ramius' wife.
But Admiral Padoran immediately demanded a meeting with Premier Chernyenko.
Oh, okay, okay.
Soviet fleet sailed with orders to find Red October and sink her.
Ghost will have less than 2 minutes more.
Well, we haven't seen a woman yet, and I guess we're not going to.
What? Today is the 23rd, isn't it?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch!
You wish to add something to our discussion, Dr. Ryan?
Well, sir, I was just thinking that perhaps there's another possibility we might consider. Ramius trained most of their officer corps, which would put him in a position to select men willing to help him. And he's not Russian. He's Lithuanian by birth, raised by his paternal grandfather, a fisherman.
Okay. Yeah, because it's USSR.
And today is the first anniversary of his wife's death.
Oh, come on. You're just an analyst. What can you possibly know what goes on in this mind?
I know Ramius, General. He's been a maverick his entire career. I actually met him once at an embassy dinner. Have you ever met Captain Ramius, General?
Sit your ass down.
How long before Ramius could be in a position to fire his missiles at us?
4 days.
All right. I'll brief the president.
I learned from Woody Allen that analyst is what they used to call therapists. So he's a therapist, right? Or maybe there's lots of analysts. You know what? It's just because he said, you're an analyst. How can you know what's in his mind? But he could be political analyst. There's lots of different.
I'm a politician, which means I'm a cheat and a liar. And when I'm not kissing babies, I'm stealing their lollipops.
Yup.
Let's assume for a minute that you're right and this Russian intends to defect. What do you suggest we do about it?
Mm-hmm. Because that is, in fact, what's happening.
We definitely grabbed the boat, sir.
We're talking about several $1 billion worth of Soviet state property.
Maybe it's enough then just to get some people on board and inspect it. Call it whatever you want to. A Coast Guard safety inspection. The Russians get one whiff of this through the regular communication circuits. The game is up. We need to devise a plan to intercede, ready to go at a moment's notice. Somebody's got to go out there and make contact with Ramius and find out what his intentions really are.
Okay, when do you leave? I'll give you 3 days to prove your theory correct. We'll have to hunt down Ramius and destroy him.
Oh, they're resurfacing. Okay. So they have to go towards the surface, get the antenna out of the water for communication, and then they go back down. Man, it's like a whale to breathe, but it's to communicate.
205, affirmative.
I just realized, oh, that was Skarsgård, I think.
On the bottom like an adult schoolboy.
Blank.
Inquire of the engineer about the possibility of going to 105% on the reactor.
Engineer reports 105% on the reactor possible, but not recommended.
Go to 105 on the reactor.
Where are we going?
We're going to kill a friend, Yevgeny. We're going to kill Ramius.
So they're being hunted from every which way.
Well, if you like Bush, perhaps. Sorry.
Oh, he's trying to hear the singing. That's why he said, let them sing.
Factory manager.
Excuse me, Doctor. Do you have the figures for the latest batch of radiation tests?
No.
No. Perhaps you could bring the preceding set as well. For comparison.
Get him out of here.
Before we begin, Captain, I'd like to know exactly what happened to Putin. I don't think I like your tone, Slavin. What the hell's my tone got to do with it? Putin could have caused complications. What did you think? He'd just go and sulk while we carried out our plans? Is that what you thought?
Are you saying he was murdered?
Stop whining, Yuri.
But murder, how can you
So
justify...
he was murdered. I have no problem with that.
You are not in command here.
If the crew finds out, we could have a mutiny.
Everything that happens on this ship affects us all.
We can still go back. All we have to say
There'll
is...
be no going back. Before we sailed, I dispatched a letter to Admiral in which I announced our intention to defect.
Ah.
You have signed our death warrants.
Padoran will send the entire fleet.
They'll find us and hunt us
Nobody's
down.
going to find us. That's enough.
You couldn't just turn the submarine over to the Americans. Was it something deeper, Captain? Something that made you unable to simply slip away?
My own began the day I was handed the blueprints for this ship.
Anatoly, you're afraid of our fleet. Personally, I give us one chance in 3. And you may report back to your post.
So he's trying to draw more of the Russian fleet towards the Americans so that they're all in one place. It feels like the only explanation, because why else would you alert? Why else would you alert them of your plan to defect?
Captain, I would never disagree with you in front of the man, you know that. But in this case, Victor is right. It would have been better if you had not informed Moscow.
I know their tactics. So I have the advantage. The worry is the Americans. We meet the right sort. We get some buckaroo.
Some buckaroo. Well, maybe there'll be more to that story. Because as of right now, it's like, yeah, why would you alert them?
Right? Everybody's stretching their guts out. The pilot shot his lunch all over the windshield, and I barf on the radio. Knocked it out completely. And it wasn't raining stuff either. There was that industrial waste too. Hey, you want a bite?
He's about to throw up. You want a bite?
Sir, the moment that sub went silent and I thought I heard some singing, I heard something in the background, real faint. When I asked the computer to identify it, what I got was magma displacement. Listen to it. At 10 times speed. Now that's gotta be man-made, Captain. All right. The first contact was at 0915. At 0930 it was here. And I came back to it at 11 and 11:15 here and here. Remember the dispatch we got about Russian sub-skippers running the Canis Ridge at high speeds? And in the front door to those canyons was a formation called Thor's Twins, right?
Yeah?
Well, look at that. You may think I'm crazy, but I'll bet that magma displacement was actually some new Russian sub, and it's headed for the Iceland coast.
$40 million computer tells you you're chasing an earthquake, but you don't believe it. And you come up with this on your own.
Yes, sir.
Including all the navigation.
Sir, I've got all the...
Relax, Jonesy, you sold me.
Well, that's where they were supposed to be headed, but that's not where they're headed.
First, take us to Periscope, Def. This we gotta phone in.
Aye, aye, Cap.
Hang on, Jonesy. If I can get you close enough, can you track this sucker?
Now that I know what to listen for, I'm bagging.
Carry on.
Yes, sir.
What's his plan?
His plan?
Russians don't take a dump, son, without a plan. And senior captains don't start something this dangerous without having thought the matter through.
That man's always in, like, this role. Like, I've never not seen him play this character, whether it's in uniform or not. Like, he always feels like the same character.
So the only way for this thing to work is for you to get them off the boat in such a way that they think we don't have it. And they'll go back and report we don't have it to their bosses. Otherwise, this whole business is just academic, right?
Yes, sir. I think I see your point.
You think he's crazy?
Certifiable. And no matter what his credentials, I don't care for him wearing the uniform.
You see that ring on his finger? The Academy, class of 72, a Marine. He went down in a chopper accident in the Med. Bad. Pilot and crew killed. That kid spent 10 months in traction and another year learning to walk again. Now, it's up to you, Charlie, but you might consider cutting the kid a little slack. Russians gonna find that sub before we get near it anyway.
Oh, wow. But you can't go at 105% for 9 hours?
Passing Thor's Twins, sir.
Very good.
Call me when you get to the first turning.
Aye, Captain. Mr. Komarov, may commence your run now.
Aye, sir. First leg on my mark. Course 260. Speed 18 knots.
I've misunderstood something here. Sorry, I'm going to pause. Because the original command was to head north. That's the paper he burned. He told his crew they were headed south. I imagine I can't remember if they said that or it was in theory, but like the coast of Florida and then down to Cuba. When the other dude drew on the map, he said he did mention something about Iceland, but then he said the Tor Twins, where they are now, which is the Outer Banks, the Great Banks, which is off the coast of Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. So I'm just a little bit confused about that part where they were originally supposed to head north, and then he said, no, we're going to go south. I've got my own plan. But now they're north. Nova Scotia isn't north of Russia, and it's south of Iceland. I'm a little confused about that. I think it doesn't feel like it does matter. I just have to go along with it. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Stop hissing, Dory. Give me a stopwatch and a map, and I'll fly the Alps in a plane with no windows.
What are we doing here?
This map is accurate enough.
Yeah, I've misunderstood something.
Maintain speed.
Very good, navigator.
Captain, we are approaching the first turn. 25 seconds to course 1.
Increase speed to 26 knots and recompute.
Navigator, recompute for 26 knots. Turn on my mark. Diving control. Come left to 195.
You have to put all of your trust in your captain. It's so crazy. And vice versa. But it's like your lives are in each other's hands, literally.
15 seconds to turn, Captain. Should we decrease speed?
Negative. Prepare to come right.
15 degrees down angle on the bow planes.
Yeah.
What happened? Cryogenic flags! The magnets are being cooled and the temperature in the catapult is 50 degrees above red line and rising. Kill it! Shut it down!
Captain, we will have to stop until we can make repairs to the Caterpillar unit.
Negative. We'll run on normal propulsion.
Make revolutions for 20 knots and engage the propellers.
Hi, Captain.
The man will get us all killed.
Captain knows what he's doing.
He's like, I'm not your aside guy. Stop whispering shit to me. It's stressing me out even more.
We have lost one of our submarines. Several of the crew of the officers are sons of high party officials. One is even the son of a Central Committee member. I cannot say which, of course.
You're telling me that this is a massive rescue operation?
That is correct.
I'm terribly sorry. How can we help? Perhaps a joint rescue mission?
That is very gracious of you, sir. I will pass your offer on. But at this time, I think we're doing everything that can be done.
South of Iceland. Okay, Soviet anti-submarine. Okay, fuck. Don't look away. That text is not sticking around long.
We've just been overflown by a low-altitude multi-engine turboprop. Water entry of small objects.
Sonar boys.
Battle stations.
Battle stations!
How long to Neptune Massive?
4 minutes, 10 seconds.
Aircraft on computer guidance. Request permission to launch the weapon.
Oh my god.
You are authorized to launch the weapon.
They are authorized?
Torpedo in the water.
Uh-oh.
Stand by.
Torpedo is active.
Oh my gosh.
Launch countermeasures.
No room to maneuver in these canyons, Captain. If the countermeasure doesn't work...
Shut up!
I mean, to be fair though, Victor's saying what we're all thinking.
Time to torpedo impact.
35 seconds.
Increase the flank.
Full ahead flank. Full ahead flank, guy.
Torpedo impact now, 40 seconds.
Turn it massive in. Mark plus 8 seconds. Plus 9. Plus 10 seconds. Plus 11. Captain, if we're out of position by so much as a boat length.
Torpedo impact now, 15 seconds.
But, you know, I get what he's trying to do, but you'll crash into the canyon instead.
Right full rudder. Reverse starboard engine.
Right full rudder, hold back, starboard shaft.
You've been relieved, Victor.
Torpedo impact.
But that's gonna hit them anyway.
Captain, they're really shooting at us. Why?
If they were really shooting at us, we'd be dead by now.
Give me some line. Yeah.
I found out what happened to the Caterpillar.
The buffer circuit has been thrown out. It was only a matter of time before an overload shut down the whole caterpillar.
What are you saying? Whoever did this knew how to cripple a caterpillar in a way not easy to find.
Captain, we have a saboteur on board.
It's the assistant cook.
Go below Putin's cabin. Check his files for information on the crew. We may have to put them off before we planned.
The average Ruski son don't take a dump without a plan.
He looks like he's in position to have a good time. Fully bent over in the shower like that.
How do you get a crew to want to get off a nuclear sub? I know how he's going to get the crew off the sub, Admiral.
Not now, Jack.
Yes, now.
They're banging away with their active sonar as if they're looking for something, but nobody's listening.
What do you mean?
Well, they're moving at close to 30 knots. At that speed, they could run over my daughter's stereo and not hear it.
They're not trying to find Ramius. They're trying to drive him.
Drive him where?
The hounds to the hunters.
Your sub-captain's gonna make it to America, all right. He's gonna die within sight of it.
Excuse me, sir. What's this sub off by herself?
It's Bart Mancuso's boat. He's had an intermittent contact with what his computer calls a magma displacement.
Is that like a seismic anomaly?
I suppose so. Why?
I think that Captain Mancuso has found the Red October.
He hasn't found anything, Jack.
But this silent propulsion system could easily be mistaken.
Jack, the only way to get you onto Dallas is to fly you out there. Chopper.
Excuse me, Admiral.
Power, wave off, wave off! Eject, eject, eject! Bird loaded down with enough fuel to get you there, but Dallas may not be there. If you have to ditch, don't think about anything but the survival gear. At this water's temperature, you'll have about 4 minutes.
I'm trying to remember that.
That reminded me, I have to put Top Gun on my list, my watch list.
Captain stacked out? Yeah.
5,000 pounds.
What about him?
You know, Stellan Skarsgård was a prominent name in the credits. He's barely been in the movie.
I seen me a mermaid once. I ain't never seen no phantom Russian submarine.
You know, we could make the Labrador coast in 16 hours.
Half of them would freeze before they were rescued. No, it's Massachusetts or Maine in 48 hours.
Okay.
Do you think they will let me live in Montana?
I would think they'll let you live wherever you want.
And I will have a pickup truck. Or a recreational vehicle. And drive from state to state. Do they let you do that?
Yes. No papers. State to state.
All right, commence your turn.
You're gonna hear it. Going too hard on that turn?
Possible aspect change on target.
Sonar con eye.
Is that why there's toilet paper there? Just so they can wipe their screens?
Console, not crazy, Ivan!
All stop, quick, quiet.
Answers all stop.
Oh my god!
Russian captains sometimes turn suddenly to see if anyone's behind them. We call it crazy Ivan. Only thing you can do is go dead, shut everything down, and make like a hole in the water.
What's a catch?
Catch is a boat this big doesn't exactly stop on a dime.
Right.
What about you? What do you look forward to?
I have no such appetites.
Let's see if you can hear us.
There must be something.
I miss the peace of fishing. Like when I was a boy. 40 years I've been at sea. No war, at sea. Only casualties. I widowed her the day I married her. My wife died while I was at sea, you know.
That just made me emotional because that man, you know, had to go all the way back to his childhood to know what peace felt like. And, you know, they just want... You can just understand their point of view, where he's coming from.
Con sonar. Target is now coming out of our starboard bow. My read is that he's returning to base.
Concur. He's returning to course 210.
Right around us.
I can't believe the sonar doesn't bounce off the ship. I thought that was the whole point. I thought that was sonar. Or that's echo... I was thinking of echolocation. Don't they have echolocation? Isn't that sonar? Yes, sonar is echolocation, is it not? So how is it not bouncing off the ship?
Yes, sir, I've got a 10-minute reserve, but I'm not allowed to invade that except in time of war.
Hey, you got 10 minutes worth of fuel? We stay here 10 more minutes.
Do you understand that means that they will die?
Very well. Surface the ship.
Surf ship, aye, sir. Chief the watch.
Wherever this guy is, he's in for one hell of a ride.
I didn't think they were that close to the surface. They just avoided the Russian ship, and now...
Somebody must really have a fur up his ass to go for stuff like this.
Wouldn't the Red October... No. I'm gonna say, wouldn't the Red October hear all this? But that doesn't maybe make any sense.
Remember to cross your arms. Got it? Okay, out you go. Passengers out the door.
You know what's cool is this is a real stunt. This is before CGI. They actually they filmed this.
Tommy, get the hook on this cable.
Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down from a helicopter and you're gonna land on a submarine. That stuntman must have been like, hell yeah!
Where is he? I can't see him.
Don't touch him.
Check.
It's such a small hole.
Emergency stop! Man overboard! Port side! Send out the diver!
Very well, Dallas. We are history.
He's on your own. Well, with those guys. Yeah, they'll run out of fuel.
Get the dock down here. I'll be in the escape trunk.
Well, he sees this as Dr. Ryan, that is. It's that important.
How do you do, Captain? It's a pleasure to be aboard.
But for the captain, it's like, you're risking my men's lives.
It seems that the initial reports that one of our submarines was missing were not completely accurate. The submarine in question is commanded by Captain Marco Ramius. Apparently, he has suffered a kind of mental or nervous breakdown. He announced his intention to fire his missiles on the United States.
Why didn't you tell me this the last time we met?
I'm sometimes compromised by the fact that Moscow does not always tell me everything.
So one of your submarine captains has gone insane? What do you want from us?
Find him. We already found him. We had to break off to come pick you up.
That's what I was wondering about. I'm like, they were just by the ship, and now they've had to surface to go get him.
Radio. We're receiving flash traffic on the VLF emergency circuit.
Very well. Bring it down.
The sub we're after is called the Red October. She's under the command of a man named Ramius. Now, there's the possibility that he and a good portion of his crew are attempting to defect.
Excuse me.
Oh, no.
You say the boat's called the Red October.
Oh, no.
Skipper's Ramius.
Right.
It seems the circumstances have changed somewhat, Mr. Ryan.
Why would they trust? I guess it's the ambassador's job. Never believe a second truth, by the way. Because it's like, well, why didn't you say that from the beginning? Well, okay, so now this is the information you're giving me. They've already shown themselves to be dishonest. So you never believe a second story, ever. They're hiding something else. But you said you didn't go to that bar. Oh, but now you only went, you stopped in for 5 minutes. Stuff like that, you know?
Captain, I have to talk to you.
No. Tommy, make your depth 1,200 feet, 20 degrees down angle.
Diving officer, make your depth 1,200 feet, 20 degree down.
It's one of those things where if they get warning that missiles are about to attack them, of course they have to act quickly. At the same time, we're not going to consider the source?
600, 700.
Look at how this is built. Look at everything that goes into this. And that, what was the name of that PlayStation sub that killed the millionaires? Thought they could just go down in that thing.
Come left 265. Bring us up behind him quietly, Tommy.
Aye, Captain. Diving officer, make your depth 500 feet.
I mean, you went down there for a reason, so you gotta start talking.
Plot. Time to intercept this track.
4 minutes, Captain.
Very well, Mr. Ryan. 2 minutes.
I understand that message. It makes perfect sense. Look at the situation. Ramius intends to defect. The Russians know this, which is why they've been trying to sink him.
Hello?
The Russians will stop at nothing to prevent Ramius from defecting. They are desperate. They've invented this story that he's crazy because they need our help to sink him before he can safely contact us.
I say this with all the information. I'm like, duh.
Captain, he's turning.
Which way is he turning, Jones?
To the starboard, sir.
Give the man a chance.
All back full.
Say again?
I said all back full.
Back full, aye, sir.
Captain, we're cavitating. He can hear us.
He's trying to communicate. Yeah.
Mr. Thompson, open the outer doors. Firing point procedures.
Outer doors are open on tubes 1 and 2. We're ready to shoot.
Captain, he has opened his outer doors and is preparing to fire.
Flood tubes 3 and 4 and plot a solution.
Aye, Captain. Shall I open the torpedo tube doors, sir? Captain, shall I open outer doors?
No.
No, yeah.
Lock the firing solution into the computer.
To show he's not a threat. Like he's not on the offense.
Console, our target's flooded his tubes.
Has he opened his outer doors?
Negative, Captain. He's just sitting there. Hold on.
Oh, I've got chills everywhere.
Hold popping. Target's coming shallow.
What's that mean?
He knows we're here, we're ready to shoot. He's not going to provoke us. He's heading to periscope depth to see what's on the surface. What's his course now?
Course is 270, Captain. Due west.
Bring us alongside him.
Aye, Captain.
Oh my god.
Sonar con, report all contacts.
Will they be able to communicate with each other?
Fire control, range to target.
Range is 300 yards.
Make your depth 65 feet.
Diving officer, make your depth 65 feet.
He wants to go up and take a peek. We'll play along.
Wow. And he's been given orders, mind you. So he's, like, going a bit rogue here. The American captain.
Weapons status. Weapons are armed. Tubes 3 and 4 are flooded, but outer doors are closed.
Mark this bearing.
Wanted to talk to him, Mr. Ryan. There he is. What do you want to say?
Will he be the only one looking through the periscope?
So what, they use light? Morse code?
U.S. told you intend a missile launch. Break. Do not approach U.S. coast or you will be attacked. Break.
Oh my god.
If intention is other,
Oh my god.
will you discuss option? Break. Can he acknowledge with a single ping?
Yeah, he can. Question is, will he?
Verify our range to target. 1 ping only.
Aye, Captain.
Now what?
If defection.
But they must have a Russian on board that's able to... They're using Morse code, right?
Okay, where the hell are we?
Someplace deep. It's okay.
Send him this.
Tell me one thing.
No, he's doing the Morse code.
You know he was going to go to starboard.
I had a 50-50 chance and I needed a break.
Ah! You're kidding!
My Morse is so rusty, I may be sending dimensions on Playmate of the Month.
But I guess there's some kind of universal Morse code language. Like he's communicating English words, but he's using like I'm not understanding that part, but that's okay.
Re-verify our range to target. 1 ping only, please.
Aye, Captain.
What the hell is this about? The Russians want us to sink her. We might have to do that.
We must give this American a wide berth. Let us turn south.
Mr. Komarov. Plot a new course due south.
They're both putting a lot of faith in each other telling the truth. Looks like a shark. Maybe it's supposed to. The Grand Banks, just north of the Laurentian Abyssal. 20 hours later? Where's the other Russian ship?
Seal the ventilation system! The ventilation
Oh,
controls have failed!
I'm still surprised that Skarsgård, that part with that ship sub was so small.
Suffered a leak in the primary coolant tube.
It was damaged when the Caterpillar went down. Engineering is heavily contaminated and radiation is moving forward.
Get us to periscope depth. We'll ventilate with the outside air.
Aye, Captain. Simply changing the air won't do. We've got to get the men off. Sir, we have been sabotaged.
Who said anything about sabotage?
Captain! I'm afraid the doctor is right.
Very well.
Captain!
Surface. We'll evacuate the men to the deck.
Aye, Captain. Prepare to muster all personnel to escape hatches.
Wow. It would be so scary.
6 miles and closing fast. It's a warship. It's a frigate. U.S. probably Perry class. He's signaling. Red October. Red October. Captain, I think he means to board us.
You will go with the crew. The officers and I will submerge beneath you and scuttle the ship.
You received the order of landing for this, Captain.
He's going down, sir. Put a shot across his bow. Come right in 180.
Give him a chance to get off before you go down.
Seahawk 1, release on my command. Drop. Now. ...600 yards. 300 yards.
That torpedo did not self-destruct. You heard it hit the hull, and I was never here. Contact Dallas. Give them the go.
About 2 million things that can still go wrong with this stunt. Central Intelligence Agency.
That's good they showed us that at the beginning. How it can mate with almost any ship or whatever.
Dallas, this is the Mystic. Request clearance for launch.
Mystic, Dallas, you're clear for launch.
But that would be so scary, though, to be underwater and open valves and doors like that.
Ready to lift off.
Okay, let's do it.
We're off.
Wow, what a covert mission. No wonder in the beginning they said they claimed this never happened.
600 yards in closing. 400. 200 yards.
I mean, the pressure. If you shoot a gun under there, you kind of fuck everyone over, don't you? Wouldn't that create a collapse?
Hit the lines.
It's massive.
Jesus, that's a big sucker.
Yeah. You'd be shitting bricks. I would. But like Alec Baldwin, he's not used to being in that environment to begin with.
He's defecting.
And he can't change his mind.
He's not going to change his mind.
You're willing to bet your life on that?
He kind of already did when he launched himself in the freezing Atlantic waters to board the sub. That's so cool. Ah!
Americans.
Who's this dude?
Сюда, сюда. Сюда. Спускайтесь осторожно.
Wait, why are we going on their ship? I thought we wanted them on our ship. Our sub. Oh, all the officers are still down there. Okay. So just loaded the whole crew and kept all the officers. I think they said that.
Man, I'm getting shot.
Does anybody speak English?
Позеленел, чудак.
I guess we can use Morse code to tap to communicate.
Каков-нибудь покору.
So funny.
The captain seems to think you're some sort of cowboy.
Не по-русски.
Немного. Полезно знать, что думает противник. Не правда ли?
It is.
I was expecting him to say something like yes in English.
I doubt you'd remember, but we met once at the consulate in Leningrad, along with your wife. I'm very sorry.
Everybody's so empathetic about that. It's just so nice.
Your signal said nothing of a torpedo.
Ryan?
It was necessary to maintain the illusion for your crew.
My crew are being rescued, yes?
As we speak.
You sent the signal.
That's correct, sir.
Then how did you know our reactor accident was false?
Well, that was a guess, but it seemed logical.
Very well. I present you the ballistic missile submarine Red October. My officers and I request asylum in the United States of America.
It's a pleasure, sir. Bart Mancuso.
Oh no, what's
USS
happening?
Dallas.
Torpedo! The Americans are shooting at us again.
Pitch is too high. The torpedo's Russian.
What do you mean another torpedo? Where the hell did it come from?
Well, it's gotta be the other Russian. Yeah, that we. It's like fucking Jaws coming through the water or something. Yeah, I knew. I was like, there's no way. He was one of the main credits.
Pelican, get me power. And get that damn thing off my boat.
It's up! Hey, I think somebody just shot a torpedo at us.
Capitan Bayou.
But see, the other Russian sub doesn't know that there's an American fleet right above it.
I just write books for the CIA.
Bearing 315. Make range 7,000 yards.
315.
No, that's wrong. Ryan, don't turn that goddamn wheel.
Red October's turned directly into the torpedo's path, sir.
Mother of God.
1,000 yards.
Pelican, more speed.
Negative. We already run.
He's just then gonna.
Estimate range 3,000 yards, closing awfully fast.
Damn it! I don't know what a yard is.
Thompson, we have a firing solution on the Russian Alpha. Can we shoot back?
I can't attack a Soviet submarine without authorization.
To be fair, you were authorized to shoot it hours ago.
What books?
I wrote a biography of Admiral Halsey called The Fighting Sailor.
I know this book.
Torpedo impact.
Your conclusions were all wrong.
10
Reacted stupidly.
9, 8, 2. Torpedo impact.
What the heck?
I'll be damned.
He knows the quality of their missiles?
By turning into this torpedo, the captain closed the distance before it could arm itself.
Oh, Captain Tupolev is removing the safety features on all his weapons. He won't make the same mistake twice.
Okay. God, just when you thought it was over, got a whole new war. Look who it is, the assistant cook.
Won't change his mind, huh, Ryan?
It's gotta be one of the crew. Well, whoever he is, I'd say he's having second thought.
But I was wrong about the gunshots then. Oh, no Montana.
I would like to have seen Montana.
But yeah, that can't be good.
He can't launch a missile.
No, but he can blow one up. Then get in behind him and stay there.
Captain, wait! You may need this, sir.
I kill with my bare hands. Well, that's a nice... That's a full sign of trust.
Damn it, I want the safety range set for 0 now. Captain, I cannot go any faster.
She cannot take any more, Captain.
Take some circuits.
He's been hit. Come on. Let's not lose everybody at the end.
What happens if he makes it to that ignition circuitry?
He can incinerate the ship.
Is that door the only way out of here?
I did not think we could shoot guns inside of a submarine. I thought for sure that would... It'd be like a plane, you know?
What you shoot at? Huh? Most things in here don't react too well to bullets.
Right.
Remember, you're hundreds of meters underwater. Crazy pressure. Whoa. Oh, it's crazy to see it down here.
I have to be careful what I shoot at.
Also, be careful not to get shot at.
Safety range is set to 0. About bloody time. Sona, give me the bearing to Red October. He's going deep.
30-degree down angle. 5,000 kilos pumped
All the
out.
countermeasures were over there.
Ah, that's a McTiernan angle, eh? If I am correct that that's Die Hard, of the air vents.
Some things in here don't react well to bullets.
Me.
Like me.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Another torpedo, Captain. It went active the moment it was launched.
What's something to intercept? What is this?
Way to go, Dallas!
Oh.
500 yards in closing. You've done it, Mr. Thompson.
All right, Chief.
I feel like we've never seen that man before.
Release countermeasures. Emergency blow.
I've never seen a submarine war before, so this is fascinating. Delusional, which is good. Ugh. Gosh, I wish I had that kind of body strength. With what? Maybe his feet are on something. You're gonna have to do it. What the hell is all over his face?
It's locked on us! It's locked on us!
Reverse your turn.
Aye, sir.
Right there.
The hard part about playing chicken is knowing when to flinch.
All right, so they're gonna play chicken so that the torpedo actually hits the other sub.
Collision in 400 yards. 350. 300.
What do you have to lose at this point?
This one's gonna be close. Torpedo, get ahead!
You arrogant ass.
That's crazy. That's your last words. But now all they see is an explosion.
In the Red October's final position, but given the depth of the water, it'll be some time before anything is recovered. This has been a terrible tragedy, Mr. Ambassador. And I can only stress that if you'd come to us earlier, it might have been avoided.
Perhaps in the future the technology will be available for a more thorough investigation of them.
Perhaps.
One of our submarines, an Alpha, was last reported in the area of the... We've not heard from her for some time.
Uh-oh.
You've lost another submarine?
Too good. Too good. Wow.
To hide a submarine in a river.
We're 100 miles from the nearest naval base. The last place that satellites will ever look. I grew up around here.
You would think an abyss would have been a good place for it.
There is one question you haven't asked me yet. Why?
Well, I figured you would tell me when you were ready.
Now, there are those who believe we should attack the United States first.
It's a very still ride. They could have given it some motion a bit.
A little revolution now and then is a healthy thing, don't you think?
Welcome to the new world, sir.
And a brother. Wow. Very good. Really enjoyed this. This was so good. And I was worried at the beginning that not having an in-depth knowledge of whatever, I was thinking this was going to be a war movie, you know, or, I mean, depicting as something super famous in like maybe World War II, or I didn't know going into this what it was going to be, but then they did say early on that it was 1984. Anyway, all that to say, I was a little worried at first. Am I going to be able to follow? I hope I don't need to know a whole bunch of history. And no, I thought the movie was actually like, what, I don't know what the word is, but you know, user friendly. Like, I think it caters to all audiences that can follow what's happening. And there was some lightheartedness, but also serious, some good action. Like, I don't think I've ever watched a submarine war movie before. Like I said, during that scene with the torpedoes towards the end, I was like, oh, I've never seen this kind of battle before. And it was really cool to see them maneuver and their tactics, something, yeah, that I haven't seen a lot before. So this was super interesting. The pacing was really good. Like at 2 hours and 15 minutes, it didn't feel like it. I thought the pacing was really good. I was entertained throughout the whole thing. It was never like boring. I don't know, that's the word I'm looking for. Because you think like there's not, to me this felt like an action movie, even though it's not the typical action movie. I mean, they're in submarines, so how can this be an action movie? But I was riveted throughout the whole thing. So I guess in that way it felt kind of actiony. And plus we're making like quick decisions, and also like, some parts there's a sabotage, but other parts they're sabotaging it themselves in order to make a move, like they're playing chess, right? And so sometimes you're having to follow along and decipher, okay, well, whose side's on whose and like what's actually happening. But I thought that they did like a really good job with it. So thank you so much to Chris for recommending this movie. I had a great time with it. So hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. I'm going to call it here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.